Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to our podcast. I am Josephine. Welcome, newbies. Thank you for the listen or the subscription. I'm going to subscribe for subscribing, for liking, following. Thank you. Appreciate it. So the verse of the day is going to be Luke 1, chapter 1, verse 49. For he that is mighty hath done to me great things, and holy is his name. God, no matter what my circumstances, I will still praise you. Thank you for doing great things in my past. I trust you will do greater things in my future, in spite of worry, doubt, and pain. I can say, holy is thy name. Thy name. God loved you before he laid the foundation of the universe. Use this time to thank him for everything he has done for you and trust that he is in control. Because he is. So, Genesis chapter 1, verse 26. And God said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creepy thing that creepeth upon the earth. You were made to reflect the image of the universe, of the invisible God. What parts of your life might God be shaping to display his character? hmm How can you honor God with your life today, baby? Okay. Some. No, I can't. Go do it. Okay, here we go. No. Let's see. Psalms. Let me put this in vibrate. Psalms 23, verse 4 or 5. Ye though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of my enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Ooh, ain't that powerful, y'all? Ooh, don't he do it? Even in front of your enemies. That's in his family. It's hot up in here. But what? All this stuff, the devil tries to throw stone at you. He, Jesus builds stuff with them stones that get thrown at us. Even when you go through hard times, God is with you. Close your eyes and ask God to show you where he was in a recent difficult situation. When you're ready, bring your request to God. And let me tell you something. God will show you. Oh, damn. Ooh, it's hot. God, you are good and your mercy endures forever. Nothing can compare to you, and no one is like you. Thank you for being honest, kind, good, and true. I am so grateful that you allow me to enter into your presence. It's in your presence that I find complete joy. In Jesus' mighty name, amen. Ain't that the truth? Man, I could have a bad day. And as soon as I start having a conversation with the Lord, reading His Word, all of that stuff goes away. All of it. Ooh. Sit for a moment with whatever God has shown you today. Why it looks so crooked? There we go. Take a few deep breaths and let God's truth filter into your mind and soul. Don't leave this time until you're ready. So, if you do, you may pause this, and when you're ready to push play, you may do so and come back. So, here we go, y'all. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Woo, woo, woo. Oh, we're gonna find a plan for Easter, y'all. The real meaning, not no bunny. All right. So, I decided to go with speaking life. Why? Because I like what it says. Like it. Words, words, words. Power-filled words. Words that build or words that tear down. Words that give life or words that bring death. The choice is ours. Let's elevate the significant power that is held in our words. So basically, you get to choose. If you want to speak death, you can do so. That is your free will. Does God appreciate it? He sure don't. Now, you also have free will to speak life. And with that being said, it's like, that's why when you read, it always says don't curse. I feel like curse is like when you curse yourself, like, oh, I'm fat, I'm ugly, I'm this, I'm that, I can't do it, I'm a loser. Like, you start speaking down on yourself. And because you do that, you're cursing yourself. And then start believing it. And then you don't do nothing about it. Like, or not when somebody tells you, oh, something negative about yourself that you don't like. And then you keep repeating this to yourself. They just spoke a curse on you. And because you're believing that curse and you don't walk with the Lord, you start believing that curse they spoke. So now you're cursing yourself with that same curse they did on you. You get what I'm saying? And I'm explaining why. Because it used to happen to me. Me, I wasn't a good reader. And I'm still not, like I told you. I'm learning little by little. I'm trying. Now, did I try when I was little? I did. But when I kept getting made fun of in school, family, or whatever, I started believing it. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to try. Like, it's hard. I'm stupid. I can't do this. I can't do that. Like, I started believing it and doubting myself. So I'm like, screw it. I'm not even going to try. What's the point? Because when I do try, I get made fun of. So I didn't bother anymore. And it's sad because I had teachers kick me out of class because I was trying. And because I was because I was a slower learner than other people. Like I needed more time to learn things or certain things because other stuff I would catch on to, you know. But, you know, like one day I had math. We were doing timetables. Like I said, I'm a slower learner from everybody. They said don't use your hands. Just stop where you can. So I'm like, I think we were doing 2 timetables. So I'm there, I'm like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, going. And then when I couldn't remember, I started using my fingers. They knew, even though I was hiding my hand underneath the table, they knew. And what did they do? They flipped out on me. They called me stupid for using my fingers, and slow and stuff like that. And then they kicked me out of class. After they did that, mind you, it was the teacher that was rude, and then the teacher's helper that went behind him and started flipping out on me too. And if I'm not mistaken, they cursed at me. Then they kicked me out of the classroom, and another teacher walks by and asks me, "Why are you even in the hallway?" I was about to explain to her what happened, and then she goes, as soon as I opened my mouth to explain, because I felt like I was in the hallway for no reason. But as soon as I came out, I mean, to open my mouth to say why, oh, you know what? Don't even say nothing. I don't even care. You probably did something bad. Like she basically dusted me off, didn't want to hear it, and then left it like that. So with that being said, I'm like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. So that's what we're doing. So maybe I didn't say nothing. I kept my mouth closed. And to be honest, I was only like 9, 10 years old. I started crying. I'm like, oh my God. Like, what? Like, I was crying. And then when I got home, like, I was sad and I was crying. And then my parents was mad. They were like, why are you crying for? What happened? Who, like, and I was like, no, the teachers, they call me stupid and this and that. And they went to the school to take care of the issue, and they didn't want to do nothing to the teachers. They said, oh, well, basically, oh, well, it is what it is. The teachers didn't get in trouble. It was okay for them to talk to people like that. So what did my parents do? Took me out of school and placed me into another school. And then, yeah. So that's why it's always good to watch how you use your words. Because you could either put somebody down or lift them up. Or you could lift us. You could also, like, you could bring them down, but you also could be that person that could save them from doing something silly, like shooting. I'm not going to say silly, but, something. I'm not going to say dumb either because we don't know how people think and stuff like that. But, like, let's say they bump into you and you say something good to them. And let's say their thought was to go home and kill themselves. But because you was kind to them and spoke uplifting words, they found hope, and they decide, you know what? There's still hope in this world. I'm not going to do it. Now, if you choose to be rude with your words and ignorant, they might be the one to go home and be like, you know what? People really don't care, or this, like whatever it is that's going through their head, you know what I mean? And go home and kill themselves, or end up shooting up a school or a playground or a church or whatever, you know what I mean? And then a lot of people be like, oh, they soft, they this, they that, and da. Back then we were able to, okay, that's back then. Nowadays people are soft, yes. It is what it is. But why? Because that's how parents are raising their kids to be, and there's nothing wrong with that, you know. But we also have feelings too. So if somebody does something to you to make you feel some way and you get in your feelings, even if you get mad and don't care and type attitude, we ought to treat people the way we will want to be treated and treat ourselves the way we would want to be treated. You get what I'm saying? But so that's why I went in this direction of speaking life, because we all need to be spoken to with life, not death. So we're going to start it off, baby.
The power of the tongue. Life and death are harnessed in the power of our tongue. Do we believe this? Even though the tongue is a small thing, it can make grand speeches. A tiny spark, also a small thing, can set a great forest on fire. The rudder of a ship is another small thing that can direct the course of a large vessel. Among all the parts of our body, the tongue is the most powerful and can set your world on fire or breathe life into a weary soul. You choose. The word tells us that our words can be like a scorching fire, separating close friends, stirring up anger, and providing the folly of fools. In contrast, the word also says that our tongue can speak words that bring life, words like apples of gold, life-giving water, or honey to the soul. Our words have an impact for good or ill. Our tongue and its power to use words is a unique and influential gift from God. When we read the book of Proverbs, we must notice that verse upon verse about the power of our words keep jumping off the page. Proverbs 12:6 teaches that our words have the power to destroy and the power to build up. Are we using the words from our tongue to build up people or destroy others? Who's in charge of your tongue? Who can we blame when hurtful things come tumbling out of our mouths? It is imperative that we make a conscious decision to control the output of our tongues. Since our powerful, positive, and beautiful words can heal and uplift, we must be lavish in these words. When spoken with truth, our words have the ability to change lives. Stop and think about how you communicate. Do your words encourage people to achieve greatness? Do your words support and help someone who is suffering? Do your words nurture, nourish, and inspire your own children? Sadly, emotions like hatred, fear, anger, doubt, frustration, and resentment can be expressed and fueled by words as well. Whether words are written or spoken, they have the power to break and destroy healthy environments, as well as relationships. Years ago, I accepted the challenge presented in Ephesians 4:29, which states, "Do not let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouths, but only what is helpful for building others up according to their needs, that it may benefit those who listen." What a powerful directive. This would be a project in taming my tongue. Witnessing the barren desert of hurtful words, I was excited to go on this new life-giving adventure. I wanted to speak life into my world starting with my own tongue. Since our tongue wields the mighty power for life or for death, we must be mindful of what we say and how we say it. Consider your words. Your words can change everything. Ponder. Small. Quick. Easy. Consider the impact of your words. How can you speak more life-giving truths and not words that destroy? Prayer. Lord, please help me to become super aware of the power in my tongue and my chosen words. Help me to speak life and not death.
Death and life are in the power of the tongue, and they that love it shall eat the fruit thereof. Behold, we put bits in the horses' mouths, that they may obey us, and we turn about their whole body. Behold also the ships, which though they be so great, and are driven of fierce winds, yet are they turned about with a very small helm, whithersoever the governor listeth. Even so the tongue is a little member, and boasteth great things. Behold, how great a matter a little fire kindleth. And the tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. So is the tongue among our members, that it defileth the whole body, and setteth on fire the course of nature, and it is set on fire of hell. An ungodly man that diggeth up evil, and in his lips there is as a burning fire. A froward man soweth strife, and a whisperer separateth chief friends. Pleasant words are as an honeycomb, sweet to the soul, and health to the bones. The words of a man's mouth are as deep waters, and the wellspring of wisdom as a flowing brook.
Mm-hmm. Your tongue is the smallest. I say the smallest thing. There's probably something else, but your tongue is a small thing, but your tongue is the most powerful thing on you. Okay. People say your mind, but I feel like it's your tongue. Because your tongue speaks life or death. Your mind don't speak that stuff really. Like you could think it, but your tongue speaks it. Your mind only thinks. Your tongue speaks. And what you speak could cause life or death. That's why it's always good to think before you talk. And like I said, I've learned, I've came a long way. I've came a very long way. So the people that know me from my past, if they see me now, they will understand what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, you just have to think before you talk. And I get it. Because I was there at one point. I get it. Some of us still have like, I'm not, like, we're still not grown, if you should say. We still, wow. All right, I'm going to put in the words. Because some kids, some of them got diarrhea out their mouth. They just be honest with you, not caring how you would feel. Because they're children, you know what I mean? So that's basically where we're at. And you still don't think before you talk. You are not a woman yet or a man yet because words have power. And the power is life, or you could speak death in it for somebody. That's why it's always good to be loving and speak life, because you never know what anybody else is going through in life and what pain they endure. And I get it. I get it. We all go through it. We all have pain that we've been through and hurt. But some people can't handle it the way others can. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being that downer in their life, be their upper, if that makes sense. But, be the person that uplifts them and gives them hope and humanity. Because the way this world is going, baby, oh man, you just be like, man, take me back to the 80s, and take me back to the 40s when life was so simple nowadays. But, we gotta be better with our words, talk better, think before we talk. You know, speak to people the way we want to be spoken to. Even if that person even if you came out nasty, you would want them to respond a little, loving, because you might have a bad day and just, slipped by accident, you know what I mean? And then, you know, there's days that I may have said stuff to people that made them feel some type of way. For which you can, and then you get a bad reaction and you're like, what? And then you go back and forth. It's like, that's not cool, because sometimes some people flip out at their job and you wouldn't want to lose your job, so why make somebody else lose their job if they're having a bad day, or it don't have to be their job. It could be something else, just think about it, and if you happen to like getting talked to like a piece of duty on the floor, then that's on you. Don't speak to nobody else like that. They might not like getting talked to like that. And the reason why you probably do like getting talked like that too, like that, is because you're used to it and you're immune to it. So, and you've been through stuff, so you're okay with it. But not everybody's like okay with it. So, like I used to get told, think before you talk. Why? Because your words have power of life or death. Think about that. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. And remember, Jesus loves you.